20% of my head was thinking, you know, you look at the scorecard and you go, actually, things didn't go great and you helped the side get a point, whereas 80% of my brain says I was the man in at the end, I should have got us over the line.
Yeah, it's been an unbelievable experience, and things obviously happen really quickly with back-to-back games, and obviously good to get a couple of wins now after those first couple of games, which probably didn't quite go our way, obviously.
Probably 3 or 4 years worth of cricket, I suppose, isn't it? Obviously, you know, Cal was playing for, was it Taunton St Andrews?
Taunton Dean.
Taunton Dean? Oh,
yeah.
God, I'd be in trouble
Huge.
now.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, so, you know, playing down south, you know, training a lot with the Somerset second 11 squad and the academy, weren't you?
That's right, yeah.
For quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, and for some reason, they didn't see the talents that the man possesses, but it's great that he's showing it, you know, the Trent Bridge faithful, what he can do with the ball. Taking the reins of the second 11 this season, and in particular the game we played at Portland Road against Warwickshire, where Cal took 5 for, you know, he looked like a different animal with the ball. He'd completely developed into what I would describe as a frontline leg spinner now, which is such a rare talent. So he's obviously in the period where we haven't seen each other. He's worked really hard on his bowling. But obviously he caught the eye of of Morsey and Mick early season, getting 100 against us for Oxford. So he's definitely got 3 strings to his bow, because he's a pretty athletic fielder as well. So very bright future for him.
Unbelievable, yeah. I was saying to you before, very easy person to go to with anything, and backs all the players and to do what they do. And he's obviously a very experienced campaigner. So. Yeah, it's been unbelievable to bounce off him and learn, and he's always there to help. So yeah, very easy to mix into the team, and yeah, I mean, it's always got to relish the challenge. So to come into a side that obviously has had a really good past, and coming off the back of the competition victory. So yeah, it's about getting through this stage, just putting out some good performances and helping in whatever fashion, bat, ball, field, or wherever it may be, to contribute to getting wins and pushing for the well, through the group stages first, obviously, and then we'll look at the finals, etc., should they come.
Or could be gone, is gone. It is a wide granted, but all the time in the world for Tom Moores in the blast, but good to see elsewhere as well. Oh, he's got him. As soon as I say that, Carter makes his second breakthrough of the over. Stumps dislodged. And Carter has 2 for. Slightly shorter length. That's a great piece of fielding. Is it good enough? It's the captain, Mullaney, at mid-off.
Piece of running, but it's been outdone by this piece of fielding from the captain, Mullaney. Brilliant pick-up, clean, throwing off balance, even with a dive.
21, mate.
Dorcius. Gone, caught and bowled.
Beauty, Stephen. Beauty. Steve.
Yes, mate.
Well, fetch that. Well, now 7.5. And it's coming down further. Josh Tong has just been dispatched. Oh, that's a great shot. Oh, cheeky, impudent, brilliant. 4 more. Oh, hang on. That might have gone all the way. Off cutter. Same result. Flies off to the boundary. Fetch that. Oh, Lord have mercy. That has gone miles. Gonna pick that one out of the crowd as well.
I think reflecting on the game after the dust has settled, I mean, it's for the first few days, I find things like that really difficult because I'm incredibly hard on myself in particular in terms of like personal performance. You know, 20% of my head was thinking, you know, you look at the scorecard and you go, actually, things didn't go great and you helped the side get a point, whereas 80% of my brain says I was the man in at the end, I should have got us over the line. So really frustrated. You know, I came out of that game with very mixed emotions, especially the last 10 balls. You know, there were a couple of run outs and a few swing and misses, and you know, it kind of all sort of went a bit turbo those last few balls, and yeah, to get a tie felt like a loss.
Yeah, it's been an unbelievable experience, and things obviously happened really quickly with back-to-back games, and obviously good to get a couple of wins now after those first couple of games, which probably didn't quite go our way, obviously. But yeah, for myself, it's been an unbelievable experience, and I've loved being around the group. Unbelievable bunch of guys, so mixed in, felt very much at home. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to things going forward.
You know, signing for a great club at a great ground, and you know, being, you know, playing here as an opposition player, you know, it's a phenomenal atmosphere. I've in particular been on the rough end of the Raddy Road crowd a few times, but you know, you kind of, you know, when you sign, you look forward to those things. The pandemic struck, and you know, that was taken away from us, but certainly the other night made you realise what a special place Trent Bridge is, especially when there is a crowd. I know it was a lesser crowd than you'd normally have, but it was still fantastic to be out there. And even having a shocker like I did in that 19th over, you know, there were lots of positive, like, you know, bits of encouragement from the crowd. So I do get a sense that the crowd that come into this ground really do support the team. So that's a nice feeling.
Yeah, for sure. It was an unbelievable experience, and to have that atmosphere is something new to me as well, out especially on Trent Bridge there. So it's it was great to get that feeling of that support as well behind you from the crowd when things are going well, and through the tough times as well. That support was pretty consistent. So it was lovely to have that backing.
I think myself and Joe put on 80 odd, 90, whatever it was, and you know, it very, very quickly became apparent that my role was just to get him on strike, and if he was on strike, run twos to get him back on strike. And you know, he's such a clean striker at the ball. I mean, you know, very, very few, you know, times where you see, I think you obviously see T20 but you don't see T20 hundreds of that size, you know, 130 plus. That's an incredible achievement, and you know, for such a young guy, I mean, he walks into the wicket with such confidence, and you can tell the opposition bowling attack fear him. I mean, he's got such a rounded game. I mean, he hits spin, he hits the full quick bowling, and if you bowl short to him, he belts that as well. So, you know, he's you know, I think there are a lot of very, very good players you can look and pinpoint a couple of weaknesses that you could target as a bowling unit, but Clarke, when he's on, I don't think there's a style of bowling that he's not strong against. So that's really exciting for him, for the club, for the future of, you know, English cricket, because I'm sure they'll come knocking before long.
There's a bit of hold there, though. Good for you and Clarke to come.
When you put that number on the board, you know, you've got to expect that the opposition are going to come out and play their shots, and that's what they did. You know, I'd say the lads obviously to defend that, well done. The bowlers, the fielders, probably some areas where we can up our game, and I feel like everyone would agree with that. From where we have been the last couple of years, and games like this only helps to defend that. And you know, with a couple of lads, they managed to get in and looked like they were striking the ball really well to, you know, obviously to stop them from going on and getting a significant score as well. Yeah, the boys would be happy. The boys would be happy just to get the 2 points and get the first win on the board.
Yeah, it was definitely difficult to start with, so I think it was extra important that Ducky and myself both got ourselves in and took it deep, which we did. I think once you got set on the pitch, it became a bit easier to score, and that's something I did tonight, and Ducky did tonight really well. So yeah, pleased that we managed to put that partnership on when we were under a bit of pressure to start with.
Yes, boss!
I think those two actually batted really well. I don't think we did a lot wrong with the ball. They were hitting good balls for boundaries. I think that's always going to happen when you're chasing 200 on a used pitch. I think they're always going to come hard in the power play, but the guys held their nerve really well, picked off a couple of wickets and then managed to rein them in really well. We've played some really good cricket so far in this tournament. Maybe could have had one more win under our belts, but yeah, as you said, this game's about momentum. We've had two really good wins, batting well and also now executing really well with the ball, so hopefully that can continue.
Well, I think inevitably you start a competition and there are a lot of ifs, buts, maybes, nerves around, and it just solidifies, you know, what we are as a group, how good we are as a team, ultimately. Like I said, even though we are the champions at the moment, you know, that also puts a bit of a target on our back. Every team, you know, want to take us down, so that's a challenge within itself. But you know, winning, getting big performances from big players. Like I said, it just solidifies that confidence that you have to play with in T20. So, yeah, it's massively vital to get on a little run. It's an incredibly strong competition. You know, that cliche of, you know, anyone could beat anyone is probably never been truer in professional cricket as it is at the moment. So, we've certainly got to be on our mettle the whole 14 games and make sure we can get through that stage, and then we can start planning on. Or looking a bit further ahead in terms of picking up trophies.